Step one, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step two, get some good, some food in you. Step three, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step four, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo, set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 So life ain't
March is where we level up. Tuesdays and Thursdays, live at 5 p.m. Pacific. Ash Knows Travel.
Let's go. I wake up.
Get ready to log in and change the travel industry. Welcome to Ash Knows Travel. The future of travel has arrived. Let's get started.
Let's go. I wake up to a
Hello, everyone, and good evening. My name is Ash, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Ash Knows Travel, where I share trainings, walkthroughs, and insider tips to help travel advisors book smarter and build confidence. Tonight is a little different, okay? We are not doing our normal training. Hello, everyone. Yes, I can see you guys in the chat tonight. So, tonight we're doing something a little different. This is going to be a live travel Q&A. So this is your time to ask questions, okay? Whether it's about bookings, vendors, content, team building, marketing, systems, whatever you are currently working through, go ahead and feel free to drop it in the chat and we will talk it through, yes? Now, if you are live here, you should already know the drill. Yes, go ahead and comment hello in the chat so that I know that you are with me. And if you happen to later on catch this in a replay, I still want to know that you stopped by. So go ahead and comment replay if you happen to watch it on a replay. All right. So let me go ahead and I'm going to start pulling up the chat here, and then we're going to get into the Q&A for tonight. How are you all doing tonight? Yes. All right. Hello. Hello. All right. So I'm going to tell you guys, I think the chat is going to be a little delayed. If it's not delayed, let me know. Just put yes if it's not delayed, so I know if it's delayed or not. Then that kind of helps me slow down, right? Yes. Hello, everyone. I see you all. All right. I want to see how long it takes for you guys to comment. Hello. Yes. Hello, everyone. Hello, Heather. Hello, Alyssa. Hello, Julia. Present. Yes, just fabulous. All right. Awesome. No delay. No, it's not. No, it's a little bit delay for me on my side. So that's good to know. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and just start answering some questions here. We have some great ones I've already seen. So I'm going to just kind of go down the list. And guys, any questions you have, even if you've been here for years, if you've been here for a few days, no matter what questions you guys have for tonight, feel free to drop them in the chat, okay? So, hello, I have a question. Evo Plus, can it be used for personal bookings? And if so, do I still need to file a commission tracking form? That is a great question. I believe your name is Angelica, yes? So, Evo Plus is our exclusive wholesale platform that we have access to, okay? And not only can we use it for clients, but guess what? We can also use it for ourselves. You are correct. But since it is a wholesale platform, there is no commission tacked into it. So that way we do not have to file a commission tracking form. The only time that we actually have to file a commission tracking form is if Archer is going to be paying us commission, then we need to track it. But since wholesale platform is instant, there's no need to track. Okay? All right. Good question there. Thanks, Heather, for helping out. I'm gonna scroll down a little bit. I'm gonna be a little bit behind you guys dropping questions, so just hold on for me as I get down there. Okay. Um, what is the difference between travel protection and travel insurance? Honestly, it's kind of the same terms when it sounds like, right? But I would make sure what the difference is between the policies. So let me explain. With travel protection, that can sound like something that's going to be maybe to protect your trip if you cancel it or if you change it. It doesn't sound like it's going to be too much on board, like protection, or if they're on the trip. So whatever they decide to call it, whether they call it travel insurance or travel protection, because normally travel protection is a part of someone's travel insurance, okay, like their policy. So no matter what they call it, I just want to tell you guys, read the fine print, okay? Always read the fine print, because I've noticed a lot that like some of the travel insurances, I'll be like, wow, that really costs a lot more compared to what everybody else is paying. But it's because they have more protection. And also with that, make sure that they're not only protected before the trip, but they're protected during the trip and even after the trip if they need it. Okay. So make sure that is probably the biggest part. Okay. So no delay, commenting hello again. All right, so I'm good on that one. I got you, Kim. Let me know if you have any more questions for that. Hey, Donetta. Hello, Heather. I see you there. Hi, Bianca. All right, now down to Alyssa's question here. So, first question she has: I feel like I'm spending a lot of time researching quotes for a client. What is your technique for research, and how did you master to do a research for so many clients? So, my biggest technique is knowing my vendors. That is probably the best thing that I've ever did, was sit down and actually learn the vendors that I use. A lot of the times I'm automatically, when we get a quote, we're automatically, where do we go? Where do we search? How do we start? Okay. I quote the same things over and over and over because I'm very niched down. So I'm used to using the same vendors over and over and over. But if you were to hit me with something like tours and all of a sudden now you want to go here and here and here, okay, that would take me a little bit more time. So I don't ever want to, sound like, oh, wait, hold on. Can I show this here? Oh, yeah, look, but it covers my face. Did you guys know I could do this? Wow. ADHD. It's a little blurry, though. Okay, that's cool. Didn't know I could do that. Anyways, but what I was trying to say is first, I learned my vendors. And then secondly, I quote a lot of the same things. So how do I master the research for so many clients? Okay, the biggest thing that I see new agents do when they first start is that when they see a booking, they get really kind of consumed in it, and they kind of get lost in where to start, and then they never just end up starting. Normally they just let it pass and they'll be like, oh, I forgot to quote it. Oh, I forgot to look at it, right? So what I like to do is, as soon as I get a quote, I try to find ways to book it. So if I could do like a package, then I'll do a package and I'll go to Vax for that. If I have to dissect it and book this here, book that there, then I just dissect it. Like I come up with a plan first before I even start searching. And a lot of you guys don't do that. A lot of you guys just start searching and then hope for the plan to come to you. Okay. So don't do that. That will hurt your execution. All right. But I will tell you, just coming up with a plan on how you can actually plan the travel first and then doing the research will save you a lot of time. Okay. And then when it comes to researching the quotes, make sure that you're using the right vendors, because it shouldn't take you that much time. Like, For me, I mean, Alyssa, what do you book? Put it in the chat for me. I know you've probably told me, but just put it in the chat so I can have a reference. What do you book right now? So that'll help me a lot. All right. Second question. What is your quote to a client look like that is a Word document or is it a template? How do you send a quote to a client, for example, 3 all inclusive hotels? Okay, so 3 all inclusive hotels, I'm doing 3 separate quotes automatically. And I actually just did a quote today. Well, I did a couple of quotes. Let me see, I can find it, what it looks like, and I'll give you an idea. How about that? See, that's why we do these live, because then I can just show it to you. All inclusive and cruises is what you book. Okay. So all inclusives and cruises, you're going to actually use the direct vendors, right? And then all inclusives, you're going to use, I mean, that's going to be Vax, Vacation Express, or Pleasant Holidays. So I feel like those are probably your best bets when it comes to that. Okay. Hold on. It's going to freak out on me. Great. Show is best. All right. Give me 1 second. ChatGPT. So I've realized a lot with my ChatGPT. I don't switch up the chats enough. And so I use the same chat over and over. And now the chat is very slow. And I couldn't figure it out for the longest time. I'm like, why is the chat so slow? It's because I didn't use a new chat. Nobody told me that. So that was cool. When I determined that, I was like, oh, well, that makes a lot more sense than what I'm dealing with here. Hold on. ChatGPT itself is fast, but the chat itself can slow down after you use it so many times. Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, while it's loading, we'll wait for it. It's going to take a minute. All right, so while it's loading, I'll answer another question. It's because that chat is just overloaded with stuff, and it's like a blank page. So I don't know if it's even going to load. I wonder if there's another way I could show it to you. Hold on. I have an idea. Perplexity. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. That was really detailed. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so look, this is what I'm going to do to give you a rough idea here. All right. Wow, that was so much work there. Let's see if I can share my screen. Yeah. Okay. Yep, but it looks scary. All right, that's close enough as I can get, but let's get rid of that. All right, so this is how I do my quotes. This is ChatGPT, and what was your original question? So I know what I'm answering it to. Word document template. So I do ChatGPT. I literally will go into ChatGPT. I screenshot the quote of whatever it is, and then I just go straight into ChatGPT and I say, pull a quote for this, and it will pull all the information. And normally I would show you, but it's too full of a chat. But I just pull it all the information, and then I say, put that into a flyer. And it literally does exactly that. So this is what it looks like right here. Desire, Veramaya Resort. It was for someone's 25th year of anniversary. What's included, the room, the dates, 2 adults, what was included. And it doesn't normally look like this. It's just because it's in here. But what was included in the prices, 4 nights, what else, vacation, well, yeah, just everything, round trips, everything like that. So that is how I do my quotes. And I put that into ChatGPT and I tell it to make a flyer and it designs it just like that. And yeah, that's how I do it. Okay. Now, speaking of flyers, since we're already in here, if you guys haven't seen yet, I'll answer your questions. Hold on, I'll come back. But next month and starting Tuesday, actually, this is what I'm going to be doing for March. We've got experienced travel advisors, what they do differently, 5 ways travel agents get paid that nobody talks about, commission breakdown, stop leaving money on the table. What else do we have? How to make your own AI commercials. Yeah, we like that one. The 4 systems every travel advisor needs to scale. I'm going to do a full walkthrough of Vax Vacation Access, my most favorite training. Everything is a funnel. And as well, I'm also going to be doing AI for travel advisors, 10 ways I use it daily. And then lastly, the last day of the month, I will do another travel Q&A just like this one. Okay? So that's just give you guys an idea of what I'm doing for March. Yeah. All right. So back to our questions. Everything's going to be a little behind because there's a lot of questions. Okay. So I'm getting there. All right. Miss Ebony, I see you. I just signed up last night. So this is my first live. Hi, Ebony. Welcome. Welcome. Were you on presentation with me last night? You might have been. Your name looks really familiar. Do you use the same videos on all of your social media platforms? And everybody, welcome Ebony to being a travel advisor. Welcome aboard, Ebony. It's awesome. Do you use the same videos on all of your social media platforms? Yes, but please note, like, if you guys see my socials, like, I have different platforms for different purposes. So, like, my unfiltered travel platform is just for travel. Then my Facebook, I feel like, is more travel and team building and training. So I have both, all three different assets of that. And then, yeah, it just depends on the platform. So yes, but also no. But I do use the same videos over and over, and I repurpose them. Yes. All right, Alyssa, what AI did you use to create the video when you are walking all the future world elements around you? Used to be in the beginning of all your videos. Oh, that is Sora. Sora.ai is what I use for that. Yes. All right. Let's see. Somebody said I watched a video to register with Tinleg as an Archer Travel / Tinleg. You can quote that offers 8 different quotes for exactly what the client needs. Yes, I heavily push Tinleg. Tinleg is probably my most favorite travel insurance company that I use. I actually, like, as soon as I do a booking, I actually just quote out, just send it to them, sign up for travel insurance. Yes. Do you train on LinkedIn? Okay, I'm getting down. All right, let's see for travel insurance. Yep. Where do you make your brochures at? You showed us Tuesday. That was the purple one. So you make all my brochures, everything in Chat GPT, just like how I showed you, Kim. Did you see me doing that, Kim? Let me know. All inclusive in cruises. Okay, perfect. We talked about that. So Donetta, you're saying, do you have a process for which minor changes to make you are not getting the results you are hoping for? Do you mean like on ChatGPT? Let me know. Dun dun dun. And then you said, what do you do with the flyers then? So when I do those flyers, guys, that is for quotes. And also I do them for mock bookings. So if it's a quote, I'll send it directly to the client, obviously, to, show them the price. And then if it's like a mock booking, dang, talk too much. If it's a mock booking, then I will go in and just basically do a like story post, or I'll put it inside of one of my posts when I'm making them throughout the day. Perfect. Okay. Kim, do I train on LinkedIn? No, I don't train on LinkedIn. I feel like for me, guys, I only train on things that like I'm experienced on, and I've never tried to experience over LinkedIn. I feel like it depends on what niche you're in for LinkedIn to work. I'm not against it, but it might work better for like team building than I would say it would for like travel services, unless you have a very specific niche, like maybe for people who do business, that would be a good niche there. Like, think about the audience there. So if you're doing like retired travel, that would probably work really well. But for what my niche is, doesn't go really well on LinkedIn. So I normally don't train too much on that one. Do you have trainings using, what is that, AI for content? Yes, I do actually. Let me get it for you. I'll show you guys something too. So like a question like that, if you guys actually go to my website here, let me show you. Ash Knows Travel. All right. So if you guys go to my website here and you ever need like a specific training video, you click training videos right here and then you just search like AI. Oh, or not. There it is. I don't know why AI wouldn't work, but it's faceless content using AI. But that's what it looks like. You guys can find them in there. So if you ever like need a certain line, if you go, this is my website, ashtravel.com, and you could just put it in there. It's pretty cool, huh? So let me put that in the chat for you though. See if it'll populate in the chat. Let me see. There we go. That's the training for it. Okay. But yeah, that's how my website works. So anytime you guys need any kind of trainings, you guys can just tap on that training videos button right here, and then you could search and it will automatically appear. And as I do lives and as I do trainings and how I schedule them out, they automatically will appear here as well. But these are all scheduled lives. So they will go live over time. But yeah, that's where I keep all my stuff. So, because I know like YouTube is like really confusing. So like I always try to make it easy as possible. All right. Let me next question here and I'll stop sharing my screen. Let's see. All right, Kim. If you do 10 leg, do you leave travel protection off like in Vax when you do the quote? Absolutely. So to me, I do feel like Vax is way more overly priced than comes in 10 leg, and I feel like it's the same protection. So I would double verify. If you guys feel like the protection's better, then it might be a higher cost for that reason. But 10 leg for me is pretty adequate, right? So I don't automatically add insurance when I quote people unless they tell me they have to have insurance. I don't normally quote insurance because I know they're going to get it if I quote 10 leg regardless. So I feel like it's just something if I quote it, I'll just be like, oh yeah, we can also do travel insurance. I'll go grab the price from the 10 leg and then just tell them. I try not to make it a big deal, right? But you are correct. I would not quote Vax travel insurance and 10 leg. I would just do one or the other. And I would probably just quote 10 leg. Any info on when the commission hub will report accurately? Not yet, but you guys, they just did that huge upgrade in the Archer travel site, like the office. So I think they're still kind of getting into place because I was there almost a month ago. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was a month ago now. And they didn't have like a lot of it set up yet. So they probably will need some more time. What else do we have? You're welcome. All right. Well, what other questions do you guys have? Put them in the chat for me. Don't be afraid to ask. I can show you guys. Oh, okay. Awesome. So, Shayla, welcome aboard. You just joined. Okay. You've been trading constantly. Okay. That happens a lot when you first start. You just launched your Facebook business page and you announced it to everyone. What do you recommend for getting leads and quotes? Okay, so first, always, of course, when you're a new agent, it's a tendency to have us kind of train, right? So what I would recommend is to make sure you stay on course to whatever new agent packet that your mentor has provided to you. Make sure you complete all of those steps first. And a Facebook business page is probably one of those steps. So you're right on track. So the next thing I would make sure is that now that you're announcing it to everyone, you can't go quiet because that's normally what happens, right? We normally go quiet afterwards. So make sure that you are starting the habit of marketing. I would suggest set up a marketing strategy, no matter what kind of niche you're doing, figure that part out and then set up a marketing strategy. But make sure you have your vendors in place and also make sure you have some kind of way to capture leads like a Jot form or a Google form before you start heavily marketing. So that way it's not like you get a bunch of people interested and they have nowhere to go. Make sure they have a place to go. And then you have a place to go, set up your marketing strategy is what I would do. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Uh-oh. Where is this? I don't know why. Some of the stuff populates on here and some of it doesn't populate over here. That's why I opened both. Okay. Um, what else? Hanif, I have not received any commission for a booking I made in October. Well, first, let's make sure that you filed. Oh, you're welcome. First, let's make sure that you filed your commission tracking form. What platform did you book it on? That would be the first thing I'd ask. And then, did you file a commission tracking form? Like right after you did the booking. And then my next question would be is have you checked the back office to see if it's processed? Because I believe you're new, so make sure you set up your ADP so you get paid, because they can't pay you out if your ADP is not set up. So I don't think, I mean, you can contact Archer, of course, yes, always, but make sure you have everything set up on your end for them to pay you as well. Yep, you should get an email from Work Market when you have commission due to you so they can pay you out. All right? All right, well, there's 21 of you guys on here. So what kind of questions else do you guys have for me? Any certain things I can cover? Anything you guys want me to train on? This month next month I have to do a brand new agent phase 1 and a brand new agent phase 2. That's a must. Oh, and did they travel? Yeah, that's a good question too. Hello. Did they travel? Great question. That's the most important part. Did they travel? Yes. Let me know. Dun, dun, dun. Because do you still reach out? Do you still reach out to people who have ghosted you after a quote, like a flyer or something? If I happen to be requoting it and they later, like it's something that they were interested in, yeah, I will send it to them. And then as well, if not like a requote, I would also kind of put their emails into my email marketing automatically. Even if they ghost me or not, I still put the email in the email marketing, because a lot of the times when people ghost us, it's not necessarily anything that we've done. It's something that they probably just weren't ready to book and they didn't want to tell us that. So that doesn't mean it's a no. So I still can't keep them like a warm lead. Okay. Shayla, do you want to sign up for ADP early or does that come later? So in order for you guys to sign up with ADP, you have to do a booking. And then once it's time for the commission to start paying out, they typically will email you for the work market. But they always reach out to you. Now, if it's past the time of you getting paid and you still haven't gotten an email, then of course, yes, reach out to Archer so they can help you with that. She traveled. Rail travel. Who did you book through? Yeah. As long as you saw the commission was being paid and she's already traveled, then yes, that's exactly it. Fill out a where's my commission form. Okay. And that is in our website. It is under the commissions tab. You are right, Heather. Okay. Need process on what to change with improving booking in general. In month 3, purposely implement from every training, 0 bookings, need to do something different, but need to figure out what. So the biggest thing that you guys, I think, what is going to kind of hinder you guys is niching down. I feel like that was like the biggest thing that I had to really do is niche down. So, Daniela, what is your niche? Let me know that one so I can help you. I'll give you a direction to go. After the client finishes their trip, can I know a date when I should expect commission? So it depends on the vendors. A lot of our cruise vendors, they typically pay out early. Like I've seen anywhere from the time it's paid off to automatically the time of, let's say when they're about to depart. Okay. But when it comes to like Vax and Expedia and everything, automatically just expect after the trip. I've never really ever seen that been paid out early, even if it's paid off, it doesn't matter. So it just depends on the vendor. But what we used to have like a pending commissions where we could see it, but it's still being updated. So eventually we should be able to see it. But on average, like, okay, so I just had somebody complete a trip this weekend. Okay. They're on the ship right now. and I already got paid for that one. Okay. But then I had a couple complete a trip last week. Okay. And I did that on Vacation Express. I don't expect to see that probably till like March or April. Does that make sense for you guys? Okay. Like so Hanifa's trip was in October. She should have gotten paid like around December. And then if you guys pass 60 days and not have gotten paid, you guys can do the where's the commission? Where's my commission tab? Okay. So I know when I can send an inquiry in. It's always 60 days, Angela. Okay. Amtrak. I find out. Talk to Archer, Hanifa. Is there a site for email marketing where you can add all your clients' emails? Yeah, I use Mailer Lite. It's like Mailer and then LIT is what it's called. You can have up to like 5,000 contacts and you can send out to like 500 emails for free. So I use them. All right. How do you address people who say, I found it cheaper on Expedia? Also, those ones who say, I want to go to the Caribbean or the Hawaii. Two different distinctions. Okay. So anytime people tell me they found it cheaper on Expedia, I go and try to see what they actually found. Like I will ask them, what did you find on Expedia? Because a lot of the times what they found and what I found are totally two different things. Can we all agree with that one? Yes. Okay. A lot of the times what they find, they'll have like way longer flights or like the shortage of, let's just say, transfers. There's no transfers in it. There's no travel insurance in it. Okay. So that's the first thing I do. If everything is technically cheaper, guess what? Vax Vacation Access will price match, and so does Vacation Express. So there's not really any reason they should find it cheaper than us. Yes? Did you guys know that they price match? Like if it's truly cheaper, they will price match us. Let me know. Yeah? And then even then if they find it cheaper, okay, so I would position it as what my value is. Okay. Like if they really truly come down to, and if they're price like checking me, I don't price check with people. Like there was one lady that came to me, I did a whole quote for her, and then she was like, we found it cheaper. And I was like, okay, where? And she goes, my boyfriend will show you. Okay, where? There was nothing. She never got back to me. And then later on, she was like, all right, I'm ready to book. Okay, that's what I thought, right? So like, I feel like it just kind of depends on who they are. Okay. Oh, look, I just figured out I can show. Look, we're doing more live travel Q&As because this is cool. Look, I could pull up the question. All right, cool. All right, then the last part of your question is also those ones who say, I want to go to the Caribbean or Hawaii. Okay, so for those, like, this depends on your niche, okay? Because I get this a lot with the Caribbean, but I only like to sell, like, specific resorts. Like, I've learned myself, I like to do, like, Temptations is mine, Desire is mine, Hito's mine, and that's all I really want to book. So no matter where they're going, those are my specific resorts. So if I have this problem, I know which resorts I like in the Caribbean. I know which ones I like in Hawaii. Like that still doesn't change for me. Does that make sense? All right. Oh, you like that? Yeah, me too, Bianca. All right. Here's the next one we got. Now I can see. Oh, Heather said Sandals pays super fast. Listen, I've booked through Sandals before and they do pay fast, but I have a hard time pushing Sandals as much as I used to because they don't really like do anything beneficial for us to book through the client. So you really just have to find somebody that really wants to book Sandals. That's how it normally works for me. All right, Daniela, you said been posting only groups on Virgin Voyages for a month and a half. Girl, that is not marketing. Like what you're still marketing, right? Posting only groups on Virgin Voyages for a month and a half. But Donetta, you're gonna have to send me a message so I can figure out like what we're doing because that's not gonna work, girl. We gotta do something different than that one. All right. Anifa, I tried to book a hotel in Washington, D.C. using tickets at work and did not find a place on how to book it. No, so I actually don't have a training on tickets at work. So I think I might show you guys on how to book flights only, but it is kind of not really like something that we're supposed to use, like, you know what I'm saying? Because like we don't get paid for it. So I don't really have training for that, but it should be pretty easy to book, like kind of like Expedia. But yes, and please note there's no commission tacked into that, okay? Do you send a payment link to your clients for making a payment? If a payment link is available, absolutely. I do payment links, especially in Vax. I love that feature. Yes. But most of the vendors that I work with don't do payment links. Carnival, I've done a Carnival booking recently. They do payment links, but I do a lot of cruise bookings for Royal Caribbean. I'm actually closing out a bookings for Virgin Voyages. They do payment links. So, yeah, and then if any of my vendors I have actually like I can book directly with them, I will do the entire booking all the way down to the checkout and then I'll send it to the client as long as it works. I'll do it that way too. What email? Oh, I can put it in the chat, Hanifa. It is called Mailer Lite for email marketing. All right. Tickets at work. Yes. Okay. Do the cruise line ever give deals for us to book on our own personal cruises? Yes. So a lot of our cruise lines will offer like travel agent rates. Like let me see if I can find it in Cruising Power real quick. Hold on. I should be able to see it. Nope. Can't see that. Oh, Cruising Power is not working. What happened there? Oh no. Cruising Power. There we go. 1 second, I can't see the chat. All right. So if we go in here. Oh, yeah. Okay. I found it. All right. I'm going to share my screen 1 second. Boom. All right. So this was the question I had. Do cruise lines ever give deals for us to book on our own personal cruises? So here's an example right here. This is Cruising Power. Okay. If you open it right here and you click on training and benefits, they have TA reduced rates. And you go in here, you actually just have to select the sailing and then you put in the request and then they'll give you the reduced rate. I'm pretty sure even like if we go to MSC book, let me see if it's saved in for me to log into it. Dun, dun, dun. Oh yeah, Tickets at Work does not have any customer service. The only reason I really like Tickets at Work was because I got my Sam's Club through there. Oops, there we go. Sorry, guys. I got Sam's Club. They had a cheap deal going on. I really liked them for that. I don't suggest. Oh, it's not going to have it saved. I'm not going to be able to do that one. But I didn't have it. Basically, I wanted a Sam's Club membership. Tickets at Work give a good deal for that. They did not do a good deal for Costco, so I don't remember for that. But no, I don't. You have to be very careful with it. I have used Tickets at Work for myself when I booked a hotel. I'm pretty sure I did like one of the like stays that we had for that. But that's pretty much it. Got you. Can you talk about Evo Plus a little bit, the pros and the cons? I know the instant commissions and all that, but is it worth it? Okay. So I love Evo Plus. Yeah. Evo Plus is great for, I would say, I try not to do Evo Plus if they're like really close. I try to always do Evo Plus if it's going further out and they want to pay full in price. If they need a deposit, then Evo Plus isn't really going to benefit us because that's wholesale, right? And then I also like to do it if I know it's going to save them a lot of money. Now, I don't like to do Evo Plus when it's close up because sometimes like I don't feel like the price is that much difference. And I feel like that's because it's close up. So there's nothing to really there's no way to make it any more wholesale than it is, right? But it is always a really good option. And if I have somebody that wants to pay full price, then I will do that first. I will always run it through Evo Plus if they do full price. And that's why that question for qualification really, really is important because if I asked them, like, if I find the perfect match, then are you able to pay full price or do you want to do deposit? If they say full price, automatically I'm running to Evo Plus first. But I like to find the resort and then go to Evo Plus because if not, you could be searching for a long time. There's a lot of properties there. So I try to do that part first. But yeah, you can. You can make a lot of money with Evo Plus. You absolutely can, especially because there's a big difference in the commission. I absolutely agree. Yeah. Um, but and two, I'm going to tell you, you said, is it generally just for hotels packages? So that's a great question. I didn't see that part. Glad. See, this is why we got to put this up here. Okay. So is it just for hotels? It's actually hotels and resorts. Okay. And you guys can add the flight to it because technically our flights, they don't have commissions tacked into them. So they're technically wholesale too, right? So you can get a ticket from Evo Rewards. You guys can get tickets at, where else would I do? I like Evo Rewards. You guys can also find it. I wouldn't suggest tickets at work because they have no customer service. I normally do either Evo Rewards or Expedia. You can still do that and then add it into the package. That way you can actually charge a little bit for them to basically pay for that booking the ticket on the flight and they can't see it. Now I do have a training on how I do that. Let me see if I could find it. I have the ability to search my own website now. I never get to search my website. Yes. Boom. Oh, okay, that's a little eccentric. I had like a whole Evo market your deals and you get it right away. You can make a lot of money. Yes, I agree. How do we do? How do I did the I have a training somehow how I did it. I'm gonna have to redo that. That's what I'm gonna have to do. So basically, for those who do Evo Plus, it's the same thing. You just add in the flight to the invoice, is how I would do it, basically. Ooh, that's why. Thank you. Gosh, Alyssa, you're a genius. It's because I use Square. That's why I can't find it because I'm trying to search for Evo Plus, but I'm pretty sure it's a Square training that I do. How to make money booking flights only with Square. Instant commission with Square. Ooh, that's it. I got it. Hold on. I found it. Okay, this training right here. Hold on, I'm going to put it in the chat. 1 second. Boom. Okay, that training right there, it's not brand new. It's been a while since I've done that. But that is how I do it. I use Square, and I actually show you how to do a flight and a hotel in that training. So that'll help you there. What platform to use? That's it. So I use Square for that. And then you get it right away. I do a lot of that for flights only. Anytime that somebody wants me to book a flight, I automatically charge them $25. If it's like 6, 7, 8 people, it's $100. So I do that a lot more. My client wanted to pay in full. Traveling on the 30th of March to Washington, D.C. I would have made some money, but alas. All right, got you. Okay, does the invoice cover the commission amount as well as the cost of the flight? If not, how do you get your permission? Good question. All right, so does the commission cover or does the invoice cover the commission amount? Yes. In that training, I actually show you, I think I call it a wholesale processing fee, or I call it like a wholesale, I think it depends on how I say it in there. But I normally will call it like a wholesale processing fee, and that is my commission. And I'll make it like a weird kind of number, and I'll explain to them if they ever ask me about it, like, yes, I get it at this rate, but in order for me to get it at this rate, I have to pay the wholesale processing fee. And they're paying me. They don't even know it. So I do 3 charges typically, or 2 charges. If it's just a resort, then I would do 1 charge with Square, and then the other charge is actually with Evo Plus or whatever vendor I use Okay. And then if I'm doing a flight, then I would do 3 charges. So Evo Plus, Square comes first. I pay my commission first, and then I do the booking. And then I do Square, Evo Plus, or like Evo Rewards for the flight, or Expedia for the flight, whatever I use. Okay. Client wants to go to Tokyo. Would you do Evo Plus or Exotica Vax? Osaka. Okay, if they want to tour multiple places in Japan, then I would do Exotica for a tour. If not, and they want multiple like locations, then do Vax. Look, I have this training. I'll give you 2 options, okay? So I have a multi-destination training that would work well for you. So if they don't want to do a tour and they just want you to do like just different locations, throughout Japan, then you would do a multiple destination trip. Oh, okay. Multiple, not air, origins of air. 1 second. Oh, multi-destination. Boom. Thank you. All right, there's that. Okay, so you can do it that way. And if that doesn't, like if they want like a tour, like if they want them to be traveling throughout there, Julia, then do Exotica, yes. So you can include flights, okay? And if not, do multi-destination. That way you can do hotel, flight, hotel, flight, hotel, flight, like that. And it'll do a whole trip for you, okay? Love that. Now, I want to tell you, Exotica's good. I would start with Exotica and then maybe Tour Radar if you don't like it. But Tour Radar doesn't have flights, okay? All right. If a client pays the cruise in full months early and the cruise line pays Archer, why does Archer hold our money until 60 days prior to selling? That's a great question. You want to know why? Because a lot of times what happens is, and Heather, I can attest for this, a lot of the times, have you ever noticed sometimes that it'll like pay out early, but then like they'll come back later and take some of it back? Or they don't take it back, but when you get paid again, you'll notice them taking some away. A lot of the times before the final manifest comes, they drop the rates and the prices. And whenever the time they drop the rates, the commission drops as well. So it's easier for Archer just to pay you one time than to pay it. And then they come back and say, no, that's not what she should have got paid. And then to fix it again. That's why. It's better for all of us, actually. And to make sure that nothing happens with the trip or any cancellations or any slip throughs, it's easier for them to just hold it so you don't have to kind of deal with the payment issues. All right. What's the name of that training again? I mean, also too, another thing I want to think about is like, what if the trip gets canceled altogether and then they have to get their money back? Then you have to pay it. You know what I'm saying? No, I like that too. Okay. You see it. All right. Perfect. Yes. Thanks. All right. Cool. All right, guys. Well, any more questions tonight? There's a lot of you guys still on here. Thank you so much for hopping on. Make sure you guys go ahead and hit that like video or like button. Yes. Do you like this training? Do you guys like when I do travel Q&As? I'm going to do one next month too on March 31st. Yes. Dun, dun, dun. And Angela, I think you're talking about the CLIA card. That's what that sounds like. Yeah, that sounds about the price for the CLIA card too. So CLIA would be for Cruise Lines International. IATAN is not there. There's no charge for the IATAN for you obtaining your IATAN. They do have like a shipping charge, but nothing other than that. Yes. What is the training on the first steps to booking groups? Ooh, good question. I got you. 1 second. Groups. So I have cruise groups, how to market groups. I think I have a whole playlist. Hold on. I got you. Okay. All right. Yes, I will. I will definitely do more. Ooh, I hit 11,000 subscribers today on YouTube. That's cool. Playlist, manage videos. 1 second. I got you guys. I'm gonna get your training. Where is it? Book groups like a pro. So this, guys, is a whole playlist for groups. It does all the different types from resort to cruises, hotels, flights, all of that is in there. And my last training that I just did was how to market groups is also in there too. Okay? All right. Any more questions, guys? If not, I won't be keeping you guys too much longer here. We've been live for about 50 minutes, so we did good, yeah. I don't want to keep you guys too much longer, but if you haven't already, to make sure you guys hop on Tuesday. Yeah, we're going to do what experienced travel advisors do differently on Tuesday at 5 p.m. PST. And if you're with Evolution and Archer on tomorrow, Friday, I'm going to be doing how to market affiliate links. I love this training. It's going to be before, during, and after a booking. So not just how to market it. I'm going to actually go in the process so you understand. So if you guys like Pinleg, that's an affiliate link. I'm going to talk about them tomorrow, but that's actually going to be live on corporate Zoom. And then it's recorded, so I'll upload it to my YouTube, but it won't be available till next week. But for now, I can tell you that if you are with Evolution Archer, hop on tomorrow on corporate Zoom at 5 p.m. Pacific time, and I will be there to do how to market affiliate links. Yeah. Ooh, you're welcome. You're welcome. But yeah, that's all I really have for you guys tonight. This is kind of my first live travel Q&A, so I'm pretty excited about that. Thank you all so much for hopping on. Before you leave, make sure you like this video, share it with your teams if you guys have questions, and a comment if it has helped. I appreciate all of the support, and yeah, I'm excited for you guys. Yes, awesome. What time? So all of my trainings typically are at 5 p.m. Pacific. I normally don't do trainings outside of that window because the kids and everything. So I will be there at 5 p.m. Pacific tomorrow on corporate Zoom. You can always find me in the back office. When you guys log in, I'm right there on the back office. You guys can see it. So, yep. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to be heading out. If you guys have any more questions, I will try and answer them. But if not, I will see you guys tomorrow, and then I'll see you guys here. I'll be here on Tuesday. Okay? Yes, you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. Yes. All right, awesome. Well, I'm going to head over now to my studio. If you guys have any other questions, I'll answer them there. If not, thank you guys so much for hopping on tonight. I had a blast. I'm glad I was able to answer all of your questions, and I will see you guys tomorrow. All right? Have a good evening, everyone.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo. Set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 So life ain't easy, yo, I think there's a reason though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though. I always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison, they rot. Head full of flies, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken, I got patience. One day at a time is how you operate a cadence. A flow, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes temptation. I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation. I live my life in my head like a narration. Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.